virus created by scientists in a lab. You can't blame the apes.
You need to give them a chance. Welcome, animals.
The primates are back in Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. The sequel picks up 10 years later, where the peace between humankind and the highly evolved apes is threatened. Film critic Richard Crouse, who's looking fabulous today, joins us now with his review. You know, I've been here with you a number of times where we've had to talk about dog after dog after dog when it comes to quality of movies. This week is a good week for movies.
This is a good weekend for movies, starting with Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. This, as you just said, 10 years after the story of Rise of the Planet of the Apes, where most of the humans have been wiped out by this simian flu. There is a whole colony of apes. They're living a peaceful, happy life. They are lorded over by an ape named Caesar, played by Andy Serkis, who you know probably best as Gollum in Lord of the Rings or King Kong. He specializes in this motion capture acting. And then when some humans sort of invade their space just a little bit. It starts off as a very peaceful kind of thing. A war for dominance happens. This is a summer blockbuster that has all the stuff that you want from summer blockbusters in it. Things blow up. It's a sequel. It's all the stuff that we expect from that. There's even an ape on horseback with a gun, you know, all that stuff. But there's more than that to this movie. It's like a lot of really good science fiction. It's all about the subtext. It is a strong message about gun usage in there. There is thoughts on race, xenophobia. There's all sorts of stuff woven into this, but on top of it all is a story about talking apes. But these aren't the, sort of erudite apes of, like my pal here, Cornelius, who wore, human-esque clothes and had big vocabularies that would make Conrad Black kind of envious. These apes are very primal. They are somewhere still in between instinct and some kind of higher intelligence, and that makes them fascinating characters. A lot of the movie is in silence. A lot of the movie is done in their sign language with subtitles. It's fascinating, and the performances, particularly with the actors' eyes, are unbelievable.
Well, they say the best science fiction is rooted in a reality, and it seems like so much of this, they took so much time to think this stuff through. What would make sense? And on top of that, from what I've seen, the special effects are seamless. The special effects
are seamless. It is the performances of the actors who are done up with digital makeup, because remember, this isn't the old rubber masks of my beloved old Planet of the Apes movies. This is all digital makeup, but the eyes are the window to the soul.
And your rating on this one?
4.5 stars.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, let's move on to sort of the anti-blockbuster, the movie for everybody else.
This is Begin Again.
Begin Again.
Begin Again is from the same director who made a movie called Once a few years ago, which was this lovely musical about falling in love, and he's back now. Different cast.
And Bev just talked to Mark Ruffalo.
And Mark Ruffalo is the star. He plays a down-in-his-luck record producer who walks into a bar one night and sees a performance that changes his life. Keira Knightley on stage. She is the almost ex-girlfriend of someone who's become a big rock star, played by Adam Levine, and she's not sure whether she wants to become a full-fledged star. Mark Ruffalo kind of pushes her in that direction, and they both get to sort of begin their lives again. Terrific movie with really good music. Keira Knightley and Mark Ruffalo, really good
Adam Levine in his first performance.
He's good in this. He's not far out of his wheelhouse. He's playing sort of an arrogant rock star. But Keira Knightley and Mark Ruffalo are terrific in this.
And the rating for that one?
4 stars.
4 stars. And lastly, we got a documentary to look at really quickly.
This is Roger Ebert. Imagine an assignment any more daunting for a film critic than to review the life of the most famous film critic who ever lived. This movie is called Life Itself. It is the story of Roger Ebert from the very beginning of his life up to the kind of tragic end, except that it's not particularly tragic. It really is a movie about...
life-affirming.
It's life-affirming. It's kind of like a wake. Secrets are shared, stories are told, and a life is celebrated. It's a terrific movie, and it's a 4.5 star.
4.5. Well, so a great...
It's a good weekend.
It's a good weekend for movies. And if I'm not mistaken, Roger Ebert, only film critic to ever win the Pulitzer?
Yeah. Well, certainly the first film critic to win a Pulitzer.
Fantastic.
He also wrote Beyond the Valley of the Dolls, though. So everything balances
out. Thank you so much, Richard. Really appreciate it. And you'll find all of Richard's reviews on our website, canadaam.ctvnews.ca.